thanks for joining us for another episode of Mid-American Gardener. I'm your host and Master Gardener intern, Tanisha Shade Spain, and we've got lots of show and tells to get to and some really great questions that you sent in, so why don't we just go ahead and get started. Let's begin by having our panelists introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their specialty. So we'll start down here with you.
Hi, I'm Ella Maxwell. I work up at Hare Nursery in Peoria. I'm a horticulturist and a master gardener, and I enjoy perennials, trees, and shrubs.
Okay, all right.
I'm Don White. I'm an emeritus professor of plant pathology from the University of Illinois. While I was at the University of Illinois, I taught introductory plant pathology, diseases of field crops, and diseases of ornamentals and turf grasses. And I worked on corn diseases for a research area. When I retired, I got very bored and became a master gardener, which is a lot of fun.
All right, last but not least.
Hi, I'm Karen Ruckel, and I'm a horticulturist in the Peoria area, and I enjoy perennials, houseplants, shrubs.
Wonderful. Okay, so as promised, they brought a lot of things to share with you. So Ella, we'll start with you. What'd you bring us?
Okay, well, the first thing that I brought was a bumblebee house right here that I made. And this is a little cover to kind of keep it dry. But bumblebees are semi-social bees, native bees, and the queen, a fertilized queen will overwinter. And in the spring, she's looking for a place to raise her young. So a bumblebee house normally has two chambers. One is the brood nest here, and I've added some little moss, twigs, kind of from an old bird nest. And then there's kind of like a vestibule, and I have cardboard under both of these so I can easily clean it out from year to year, because she will not stay in this over the winter. She will have some fertilized, she'll lay some eggs that will be female bees, and in the fall they'll mate and become queens for the next year. And so they sometimes will nest in rodent burrows underground, so I've got this little opening right in here that she can go into that first room. Bees don't really defecate in their hives, so if she can't get out because of the weather, she'll go out there. And then I've also got some little holes so she can move her way into the brood chamber. But you can go online and see different styles, but I've got it out now in the month of April. You'll want to place them outside because the queens are done hibernating and they're out looking for nesting sites, so I hope I'll get bumblebees this year.
Is there a specific place in your yard, you know, I don't know if it's near trees or away from trees, or, you know, is there a specific spot that they like that you have more luck getting them to stay?
You know, this is new for me, so I'm not sure. Bumblebees nest in the ground, or even, at ground level. Maybe sometimes, one year I did have them in an abandoned birdhouse, and another year I had them in a boot. So I did read a book that talked about putting boots out in your yard.
Interesting.
Yeah, you lay them down on their side so they can crawl in and stay dry, of course. But I've placed this up against a shed on the south-facing side on a small stepping stone to keep it up off of the damp soil. We'll see.
All right, awesome. We'll have to get some updates later to find out if anyone's moved in or not.
Right.
Okay, all right, thank you so much. All right, Don, you've got some slides you want to show.
Yes,
Tell us
I
what
do.
we're going to be
First
seeing.
slide, these are nematodes. All plants outside in natural soils are going to have nematodes on the roots somewhere. And they may or may not cause noticeable damage to the plant. Next slide. You'll see here we got two shrubs. They came from different fields, one of which had been treated with insecticide, nematicide to control the nematodes, and it's bigger. The other one had the background nematode population. So the nematodes can cause a stunting. And the problem is sometimes that if you've got the plants in poor soils, a bad location, the nematodes plus the poor soils, you really end up with a sick-looking plant. Next slide. You can see here the root system's all gnarled and doesn't look right. Next slide. We have a individual nematode. These are not big enough to be fish bait. Number 5. Now, slide number 5, you can see that I got the arrow pointed at what's called a stylet. And this is like a hypodermic needle. It inserts it into the host and sucks out the nutrient. Now, what will happen too, there's some nematodes that actually produce a toxin. They'll squirt those into the host and kill the tip of the root. Next slide is a little bit closer up, number 6, closer up of the head. And you can see the sucking mouth parts. Next slide, I work on corn, okay? So I had to put the corn plant. These came from 2 different treatments. The root system is much bigger, was treated with a chemical for control of nematodes. And there's chemical controls now that are sold in the state for control of nematodes on corn and beans. The problem is if you've got problems with nematodes and you're a homeowner, you're probably not going to be able to do much with it because you just can no longer buy the insecticide and nematicides that are really effective. There's some you can buy, but not very good ones. The last slide, this is a remote control fumigation rig, and this thing injected methyl bromide and chloropicrin into the soil. It killed fungi, bacteria, weeds, seeds, and everything. It's one way to clean up the nursery. And the methyl bromide that was used is no longer allowed since about 2005, which is good because it was damaging the environment. The methyl bromide is still used to fumigate shipments of materials coming into the United States to try to stop another invader. So that's your nematodes. You got them. For a homeowner, shrubs and things like that add a lot of nutrients in the way of organic matter to the soil. It helps control the nematode. And one thing I've always wanted to try is this solarization thing where you put the plastic, clear plastic over a garden area or something like that in the winter, and it cooks out the weed seeds and some of the nematodes.
So as a gardener at home, how would I know if I'm dealing with this problem?
You know you're going to have it.
Okay.
Okay. The number of nematode problems in a geographical area is directly proportional to the number of nematologists. So you're gonna have it.
Got it.
You know, that's just all. The thing of it is, you're more likely to see an effect on the plant if you also have low nutrient background, if you don't have a lot of organic matter in the soil.
Okay.
Because the fungi and the bacteria in the soil compete with the poor nematodes.
Gotcha.
Okay. And so you want to get that good drainage. You don't want root rots coming in there also. So anything you can do to improve the health of the plant will make the symptoms go away.
And you said that you'll see some stunting of the plant itself?
You'll see some, but relative to a healthy plant. But see, the problem is, unless you got the healthy plants right next to it, you're not going to know it.
You won't know.
Right.
That's a good point.
The one thing, though, to bring up is that there are foliar nematodes, and that's where you're going to see damage on your plants.
Oh, those are really neat.
They have really become problematic in hostas. You can be on ferns, chrysanthemums, a couple of, quite a number of different varieties, and they cause a lot of aesthetic damage.
Oh, yeah.
And they're doing a lot of research now, especially with the genus Hosta. The American Hosta Society is trying very hard to control the foliar type nematodes that can live over the winter and reinfect the plant year after year, and it does kind of diminish the plant.
The nice thing about the foliar nematode on hostas, there's some hostas that don't get it. You can have them side by side. Some of them will have these long streaks on the leaf. That's the foliar nematode. Others don't have it.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Interesting. Okay. Well, something to look for. Thank you so much. All right. Last but not least, Karen, what'd you bring for us?
Well, I am so happy it's spring, and with spring is the return of hummingbirds to our area. And last summer I had the pleasure of going to Hummingbird Haven. It's a little farm place out in Smithville, Illinois, and Lois White is just this amazing, vivacious woman who's just committed to hummingbirds. So I am now a student of hers, and so getting out your hummingbird feeders, getting them cleaned, putting them out. I now hang more of them after being to her place. With your hummingbird feeders, a lot of times people will have trouble with ants, so they have these little things that you'd hang above them that repel the ants. It has a little disc inside that helps repel the ants. But with the hummingbird feeders, there is a commitment to keeping them clean. So that the hotter the weather gets in the summer, your sugar water out there, you've got to keep up with that to keep them clean so that your birds are healthy. So, you know, I think if you're not wanting to go to the extra work of doing a feeder, or I think a feeder is nice because it brings them closer to where you want to see them every day. I wanted to talk about my favorite plant and Lois White's favorite plant.
Okay.
So her favorite plant at her place is this honeysuckle vine, and it's called Major Wheeler. And at her farm last summer, this was on the side of a barn or a building, and it was just covered with pinkish red blooms all over it. So that is her favorite plant for attracting the hummingbirds to the yard. My favorite plant is these different salvias. And a lot of people are a little perplexed because a lot of the salvias, this is Amstead, it's a purple. My favorite is black and blue or black and bloom, that's a blue. But they're not what people think of, oh, only red attracts the hummingbirds.
Gotcha.
So I love the annual because it's going to flower all summer into fall. So it gives a constant source of nectar to bring in the hummingbirds. This is tried and true with friends of mine who haven't seen a hummingbird in their yard. They've put one of these in their yard and they will see a hummingbird at it. The problem is a lot of the hummingbirds kind of have a little bit of a schedule where they go to certain yards or certain areas of the yard during a time.
Okay.
So like at my house, I'll usually see the hummingbirds at the feeders around 6 o'clock and maybe from 5 to 6 p.m. in the evening.
Okay.
Once in a while, I'll hear them through the day. But so it's sometimes trying to catch when they might be in your yard because you could have a hummingbird visit your yard, you just didn't see it.
Is it true that they prefer the color red? Is that why? I didn't know that.
They prefer, it's more they like tubular shaped flowers from feeding.
Okay.
And nowadays we do not put a red dye in the food. When I went to this Hummingbird Haven, she's a believer that only using pure cane sugar for your sugar source.
That was going to be my next question.
Because sometimes your sugar can be either beet sugar or cane sugar at the grocery store. So she believes in using just pure cane sugar.
So I've seen some of the pre-mix stuff.
Don't waste the money.
That was going to be my question.
Do it at home. It's cheaper. And I just do up small batches. A little bit less in spring as I know they're coming, and then in the summer when they're hitting it little harder for feeding, I'll mix a little more.
They're so fun to watch.
And it's 1 to 4, right?
1 to 4, yes.
It's like seeing a unicorn when one pops up in your yard. You just kind of freeze and you're like, it's here.
Well, and that was the amazing thing to go to this woman's yard because she, over the years of her feeding hummingbirds, the population she's got, it was just wonderful to sit there and see more hummingbirds than you've seen in Central Illinois.
Very cool. Very cool. Okay, thank you. All right, Ella, we're back to you. What do you got for this round?
Well, I was out in my yard and I have a wooded lot, and I brought in a wildflower here, spring jack-in-a-pulpit. So you can see right here, this is an Erythemia, and it has a special, unique fruiting structure. It's called jack-in-a-pulpit because the spadix in here is then covered by this spathe, and it's kind of hooded. And so it has this kind of 3-leaf, and it was called Indian turnip, but do not eat them raw. They can cause blisters, and the tuber or the corum is kind of small. So I can't see why you'd want to eat them, but you could. So they're just coming up now, and there's lots of different varieties. Don and I were talking. He grows one called Green Dragon, I believe. And so when I was out in looking around for these, I found garlic mustard, which is a exotic invasive, and we think that it's a problem now, but it was actually introduced in 1868, and it does have some medicinal and food properties, and it came from Europe, and it's all the way into Asia. But the leaves are kind of garlic tasting, and in the spring they're rather tender, and you can use them in like a pesto recipe. So they are edible, but they are allelopathic, and the root kind of has like a little S or L shape, and it secretes a chemical that can be detrimental to other plants. So it can take over native areas and drive out the native vegetation. It sets these white flowers, and it's in the mustard family, and it makes these little seed pods. But one plant can just make thousands of seeds, and so those seeds are going to be in your soil for a long time. So I've been at my property for 17 years. We hand pull, and we still have some, and you can't just pull it up and lay it down, because it can still complete its life cycle. So this is something that you want to bury or burn or send off to the compost, I guess.
Why did you growl? You're not a fan?
Oh, I hate that stuff.
Just because you have to fight with it in your yard,
yeah,
or is there
yeah.
another backstory?
No, I just hate it.
Just hate it. Okay. All right, you've got some more slides.
Okay,
What
I
did you
got
see
another
this
one
time?
that's really pretty. The first slide, you can see this is a dogwood tree that's got this pretty orange growth on it. And basically what this is, next slide, it's a yeast fungus that is growing on the sap. Okay, and the sap oozed out in the spring. The fungus colonizes it. I kind of like to establish it on some different plants because I think it has its own ornamental value.
I think rocks. Put it on rocks.
Now you got to have those that ooze sap.
Oh, okay.
And here, the last slide, you get the person who had this decided she didn't want it, so she was trying to get rid of it. But it doesn't hurt the plant. It's not internal. The fungus just lives in the bark crevices on the surface, and it's not going to hurt anything. It might scare the neighbors, but that's about it.
Is it slimy to the touch?
I didn't get a chance to touch it, but I bet it is.
Interesting. It looks pretty gross.
Well, gross is up to the...
Yeah, I
Who's
guess that
looking?
is relative, right?
right.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. All right, we're back around you, Karen. And what do you got?
Well, in spring,
around.
in spring, I wanted to talk about plants you're getting and then trying to keep them year after year. This is a dragon wing begonia that in 2016 in the summer I potted up in this fiber pot. So even fiber pots, a lot of people think
I
they're
really
one
like
season.
that. I had to kind of touch it to make sure it was
But
real.
it's starting to go on the wayside. But I wanted to talk about, if you want to keep plants, something like this, the leaves have grown inside. They're not used to the outside sun. Just like we can have sun damage to us, you can sunburn the leaves. So in springtime, when I take this back outside, I will severely just cut the plant back pretty good to get rid of a lot of the foliage that grew in the winter.
Okay.
So that when it starts to sprout outside, that new growth is used to the light levels outside. Now, since this has been in here since 2016, it's about time to put it in another pot, and the bottom is starting to rot out. So I like taking a sharp kind of saw, and this is a little drywall saw because I'm not handy, so I use it for gardening things. But something like this is real great. Once you knock this out of the pot, just sawing through the soil so that you can get chunks, so that then I can repot it into a new soil and give it a little bit more room.
Looks very healthy. So are you going to separate this or keep it all as one?
I will probably separate it
Yeah.
because there are 4 plants in here and it's getting a little crowded.
Nice.
So I'll maybe give a couple away and then keep the others. But you can do rootings, cut the cuttings and root those. I'm a little lazy, so that's more labor intensive. So just chopping back, keeping the parent plant. But that year after year, some of these plants you don't have to buy again. You can save them. And this just sat in my basement that's kind of cool near a window and just was hoping for, better days. So better days are coming for it.
So would you chop off all these blooms?
Yeah,
and
I
just
would.
everything,
It would
take it
just
all
be
the way
little
back?
stubs. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Great advice. All right. Wonderful. We are back around to you with a plant ID question.
Oh,
Kathy,
okay.
Kathy
Well,
Rimmers wants to know what this bush is.
Kathy, we all talked about it, and we do think it's a viburnum. And how did we come to that conclusion? The first thing you want to do in identifying something is to see what kind of leaf arrangement it has, because that will help to tell you what family it comes from. And in the picture, we can see that the leaves are actually opposite. So the leaves, 2 leaves are right directly across from each other. So that means that it could be a viburnum. Maybe it could have been a dogwood. Different kinds of trees and things also are opposite, like the maples. then we need to know when it's blooming. So we're assuming from the picture here that this was spring, and we see these kind of pinkish umbel-like flowers. And upon closer examination, again, we do think that it's some type of fragrant viburnum. So that would be something indicating what it was too, is whether these had fragrance or not. So I do hope that that helps you. So we think it's one type of fragrant viburnum that's a spring bloomer.
That's always tough. I know when we moved into our house, there were so many things that were already established. And so you're trying to walk around and figure out what the folks who lived there before you planted, and some things you can identify and some things you can't. It's always hard sometimes to figure out what pops up in your yard. And sometimes things you don't plant just pop up in your yard, thanks to birds.
And that's when you can take samples to your independent garden center and have them help you identify them. But thanks for sending it in.
Absolutely. Okay, Don, we're talking about moss, I believe.
Yeah, or
with
maybe
you?
I'll take this other question everybody keeps daring me to take.
Okay, go for it.
It's one that comes out that says, do you experts, I don't know about that, know if anyone has ever tried to isolate an olive tree and flood it with water or smoke to kill off xylella? And what this question is coming from, olive in lots of areas in the world is being decimated by xylella. It's a fastidious prokaryote. It's just a bacterium without a cell wall, and it lives in the xylem. And we have here in Urbana, Illinois, we have bacterial leaf scorch on several different tree species. Basically, what this person wants to do is to kill the xylella off with heat, save the tree. I don't think they, even though they want to try to do it also in the roots, I don't think you can kill all of it. The problem is you have to get every living little creature of xylella, or it's going to come back. So I think I just kind of enjoy the olive tree and let it have its xylella.
Okay. Hey, good advice. Okay, Karen, we've got a question for you from Betty about shady ground cover perennials. And I'll try to read this quickly. My daughter lives in Sydney. To the north of their one-car garage is an area about 12 feet by 12 feet that is both full shade and stays pretty dry due to an overgrown tree that really needs to go. I've tried planting there, but in the summer the plants dry out. Does anyone have any suggestions of ground cover or other perennials that would do well in both shade and dry-ish conditions that can survive in our zone?
Well, and thank you to Betty for being a watcher. She says she watches every week. Okay, so a few plants for dry shade, and then I'll give what my advice is. So dry shade, epimediums, lamium, there's spotted dead nettle and yellow archangel, pachysandra. Interestingly enough, I saw a lot about gold standard hostas, a little drought tolerant, and then Christmas fern. Now the thing is, I would say really my advice is don't plant anything there at all. If you're saying a tree needs to go, one, it's probably pretty old. I doubt you can even dig a hole for a plant. So it's going to be hard to plant under there. Two, if you're going to have that tree removed, you're going to destroy anything underneath it. So I would say do a light mulching underneath the tree and save money that you were going to plant stuff now for that tree removal and then for re-landscaping in that area.
Right. There's a great place to put a bench, some stepping stones, a pot above ground that you can water with shade tolerant annuals, a hummingbird feeder.
Look at you!
A bird feeder.
Created this whole area.
A bumblebee nest.
You got the whole project going now.
I mean, you can make it an outside room, is what I'm saying.
Well, and here I was trying to have her save money for
Well, at least you've got a couple options now, right?
Take the inside out.
Take the inside out. I like that. So until you're ready to take that tree out, you can take Ella's advice.
Lay newspaper on the ground, throw mulch on top of it, and say done.
There you go.
There you have it. We've got a couple minutes left, and quickly I want to ask you, someone wrote in and asked what your favorite seed companies were.
Okay, there are so many seed companies out there, and I brought in some of the catalogs that you can receive or you can request online. But if you want one that sells a nice variety, small amount of seed, because sometimes you don't need thousands of tomato seeds, you just need a dozen. Pine tree. I thought that one was interesting. If you want a coffee table book, you want Baker Creek heirloom seeds, because the pictures are just fabulous in here, and they do sell a lot of the different heirlooms. There are a lot of seed exchange groups out there, Seed Savers, if you're looking for saving heirloom type seeds. And one that I think is very interesting, this is from California, is Hudson's. It's an ethnobotanical, and this is where they're selling seeds of really weird plants or all kinds of plants. If you want to buy tree seeds, this is more than just vegetables.
So those are from some of your unique options.
Totally tomatoes. There you go. And then, of course, Burpee. But you're going to find those in the store.
Yes. Okay.
But not everything.
Well, thank you guys so much for bringing all of your show and tells and for answering all of the questions. Really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night.